And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
Hey, Lou! No intro music tonight, baby. Eric just bailed on me. I don't know what is what anymore. Nothing has a name here in the StreamYard tonight, so I'm waiting to see when I launch over on my end here and I take a look at who is in our chat. I don't even know what's going to come up. Will it be their IP address? Will it be their name? Will it be their alias? So we'll just wait and see. I'm launching that now. Welcome in, guys. 5-0 win. And you know what's even more exciting than a Monday night 5-0 win on a damp night over here in the Bay? You know what's better? Having Lou Marsden back. Good to see you, pal. Welcome back to Giant Sports Talk Live. How was your week, buddy?
It was good. I was in lovely San Diego. Beautiful women, the racetrack, everything was going good. Saw one of my good buddies from San Antonio. He had a horse run in a big race. Unfortunately, ran third.
Right.
But had a great time, great dinners, great people.
Right.
And then did I miss anything? How was over the weekend, the 3-game series against Boston? Since I was in the land of teams that actually were important, the San Diego Padres. Did I miss anything?
You trying to be funny, Lou?
Did the ace of the Giants come out on fire on Friday night? Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So
we had a lengthy discussion about that. I says, ironic we talk about the ace, and man, he was out, and I tuned in the second inning, and he was practically done. I said, this guy's no ace. But anyway, let's save that if we want to talk about that later.
But it's good, and I feel good tonight because Enrique had my tickets tonight for the Giants game. He went on the field. He had a group of 5 people. He just got back into town because he lost his dad, so it was good vibes, and he saw a big win today. So I'm happy for Enrique and his boys, and they dominated, and, again, early runs make a big difference, and I thought with today's lineup, it was a huge difference. And unfortunately, it looks like maybe we might have lost one of our starters.
You know what? I'm not even going to be able to get the you can probably hear that. I had to shut that off.
Yeah.
Everything's all different tonight, Lou, on the StreamYard. And they do this from time to time where you have to relaunch everything and rebuild stuff. And I go, of course, Eric's gone today. And all the commercials are running and the volume's going and all hell's breaking loose. So we're not going to get to the tail of the tape, but we'll talk about it, Lou. So a 5-0 victory tonight. I got to give him credit, and I did while you were away. Going back to Boston, their first baseman comes back to a lot of boos, I thought, Lou. A lot of boos in the crowd. Well, what'd you think overall of the game tonight? Big home run, Devers, and the pitching was half decent tonight. They kind of got a collective group going tonight. But again, this is not going to be the standard for Giants baseball when you're running with AA players. And we'll go over a few of the roster moves today, Lou. Holy Jesus. It's very Farhan-esque lately, isn't it, Lou?
Yeah, 5 runs on 10 hits for the Giants, 0-5 for the Reds. I also thought what was nice, and it worked to the Giants' advantage. Let me tell you something. Burns is a stud. And if you saw that first inning, it was so weird. Maybe it was just me because I watched the TV because I couldn't find my radio. It seemed like they just sort of hit the very end of the bat because the singles were sort of weird, but they put singles together. And then, of course, Devers with the big bomb, breathing room. And then after 2, it was 5-0. And really, the Reds just didn't really put anything together. As Wisenhunt, Foley, San Martin, Walker, Seymour, and Smith. Really all pitched really well, only giving up 5 hits. I've said this for the last 3 months. I thought I was getting my wish. I never want to see Walker in a Giants uniform again. I'm sick and tired of Kruko telling me, he deserved a spot. No, he's not good. He's not a major leaguer. I don't want to see Walker the rest of the year. I know with all these injuries, they got to bring somebody up, but I don't want to see Walker. He's the least guy I want to see in the Giants. I don't care if he pitched good in AAA. That means nothing to me. But I thought everybody else pitched okay. I know Eric's buddy, Mr. Dylan Smith, who he wants as a closer. You guys got to remember, he's pitching good now, but he's only been with us maybe 4 or 5 weeks. The league doesn't know him yet. I don't want him as a stopper. I think he might be good as maybe an 8th inning guy. But if the Giants are going to do their usual, they're going to say, you know what? I'm not worried. We'll use Dylan Smith as our stopper for next year to start the season. I don't want that. Okay,
Right.
come on, guys. But the overall, I thought everybody else. I thought Foley in a tough situation came in and pitched really well for the first time in a while, and then everybody else did their job. And I thought the key tonight was location by the Giants pitchers. They had 11 strikeouts against the Reds, and the Reds don't usually strike out that much. Usually it's the Giants. I mean, the Giants struck out 7 like usual, but I give it up to the bullpen, for the first time in a while, because I know in the road trip, everybody ragged on the bullpen. They showed up tonight in front of, I thought it was a drastic, maybe 20-something thousand. I didn't see 31,000 out there. It looked cold. It looked miserable. But I thought tonight, too, you're going against a rookie stud in Burns. And half these guys I never even heard of. It worked to the Giants' advantage. Devers, again, with a big bomb, is 27th of the year. So you got to give it to them. Giants, you know what? They finally came through. You can't lose them all, but they won at home. And exciting. Big 53rd. That's right. Their 53rd win of the year. And now they're 53-78. So they get back to Glenn's thing of 25 under. So, but hey, you know what? You can't lose them all. You come home, you win. And we'll take it. Something to talk about. Something positive for a change, because I know over the weekend it was brutal.
It's funny, Lou. I said when I went away for a week, I took a week. Eric takes scattered days, which is great. Yeah. Good for him. God love him. You and I, we like to go the extended route. We come in, work hard for 3 or 4 weeks, and then I go, I'm away for a whole week. I won't even check in with you guys. Lou's texted me. He goes, I'm not hearing from you. I'm like, I'm not responding. I got enough going on with all the other texts I'm getting from the fan base. But Lou, I was away. Didn't really miss much. You didn't really, at the end of the day, you didn't really miss much last week, Lou.
Some things don't change.
No, not at all. Tonight, I thought, like I say, everything fell into place for a team that's really not that good, Lou. And you're going to get those days.
Yeah.
But that's why we're 25 games under 500, Lou, because you can have a great day. Any ball club. The old term in football, any given Sunday? Well, yep. Yeah. This team's 25 below. Got the pitching tonight. And I want to throw a bouquet out to another guy that I was hard on. Not only Devers. I just don't like Devers, to be honest with you. Drew Gilbert has really taken the bull by the horns, hasn't he? He's wrestled that beast. And I tell you what, he's contributing in a mighty fine way. And I thought he would be one of the players at the beginning of the year, Lou. I said if he gets in the lineup, it's only going to be the father-son type thing because, he was managed by Tony in the minor or in the college system. So does he keep him around? Well, did you really earn a spot on the team? Well, I think he's earning a spot on this team. He's contributing in a nice way the last month or two, Lou.
Yeah, I think what's really helped him is if he's not hitting, he takes walks. And his defense has been tough. I'm going to remind everybody, I predicted this about a month ago. I just have a feeling he's going to win the Willie Mack Award. I don't think they're going to give it to Devers. Wow. But it's the most inspirational, a player that sort of emphasized the team. I don't think they're going to give it to Lee. Obviously, you can't give it to Riot because he doesn't play for us anymore.
There's nobody to give it. There's really nobody else to give it to.
I mean, last year, if you give it to Adames last year, who batted 224, anyone can get. I just think Gilbert is sort of that guy that sort of held the team together. He's actually sort of matured. He doesn't do the pelvic thrust after wins anymore. He doesn't take it for granted. So, I thought it was good. I think it seems like every game he's at least, coming up with a hit or a walk, and he's making stuff happen. And I think for somebody who's trying to make sure he has a spot on the team, he's definitely earning his keep, I guess, best way. Maybe as a third or fourth outfielder, which is fine. Because right now, what we saw tonight, to tell you the truth, is sort of an embarrassment. I know we had to put guys on the IL, but this is AAA. So all these guys that keep telling me, Lou, you got to see who's coming up from AAA. We'll see it is. But as you guys notice, the best player in AAA didn't come up, which I still find pretty peculiar. So we'll see. Maybe they're going to wait until September. Could be money, could be, something, but you get to see guys do their stuff. Plus, you know what? Why not? We're not going anywhere anyway. So I think it's one of those things. I mean, you look at tonight. Had anybody heard of Hill before tonight's game? Anybody heard of Furman? I remember the guy Furman, sort of the same name that was on the team one at
Freddie
a time, and
Fermin?
the guy stunk. And then McKay, of course, again like usual, came up and struck out. Whitcomb. I mean,
A lot of these guys, Lou, you're throwing the names up there. Guys like Grant McCrae. These are guys that have been sent down. They're just bringing them back up because
it's the same thing for 2 years. Yeah, let them play this year and then DFA them. I don't want these guys on the team next year. Why would I want, with one of the worst records, bringing everyone back?
Yeah.
It's
Farhan-esque is what I call it.
Yeah.
I just think it's very. And here's a team with no identity, Lou. I watched the post-game show on television tonight just before we went to air. And you've got a rookie named Basabe. A rookie.
Oh, yeah.
And now he's in charge of dumping the Gatorade. So they got rookies dumping the Gatorade now. Lou, that tells you how thin it's gotten for this ball club.
He was the flavor of the week a month ago. When he first hit, he had a great thing. Now the guy's batting .218, and I don't know what it is, but every time I watch him at second base, he makes an error. Either a mental error or a physical error.
He's made a lot of mental and crazy little moves there.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to interfere there, Glenn.
No worries. I thought that one of the keys to the game, I thought Cincinnati was going to roll over them big tonight because you had the Giants coming off that series at Fenway and then having to fly coast to coast. I don't even like coming back. Remember I was at the National in Chicago? It was a 5.5 hour flight. And that's not even – they had to fly further over to the East Coast. So – I thought they, tired. Maybe they'd be, getting back into the swing of things at home. And they're not really a good home team. They're not good a road team either. But they got to Burns. What did you think was the factor there? How did they get to Burns tonight? He only went 3 2/3.
It was very bizarre. Like I said, I watched the game on TV. I didn't listen to the radio. And every one of their, like Gilbert, I didn't even think he even had half of the ball. The ball almost went over a home run. It was a double. Then Devers hit a ball that literally, it was sort of funny. It was almost like off a fungo bat where the right fielder was sort of all over. And then Lee hit one, and then Hill hit one. It was just very erratic. Like, in other words, like when you see a fungo bat, I thought maybe it might have hit the very end of the bats, but they made contact. And I think, one of the things with Burns is he's got such a good slider. They just went with the slider, which I thought was effective. I thought what was sort of peculiar, and I only had to hear it 500 times from our bonehead announcers. We had 6 straight lefties to start off, which hasn't happened since 1940. But, the lefties, that's probably the way they did it. And, again, they scored the big 2 runs and then the big 3-run shot, and you got to give Devers, that was a good poke. And, before you got to remember, they only scored in those 2 innings. And, they probably had about 6 or 7 hits, and then they got to the rest. But they did enough. And, unfortunately, nothing matters because this could have been a disaster where, I don't know if you saw, Whisenhunt took himself out. He pointed to the elbow. The trainer came out. And when he's talking to the trainer and he has his glove in front of his face and he's swearing, it's bad. So, he cost himself a win. It was a real decent start for him. And when a pitcher does that, he'll probably go on the DL. And, hopefully it's not Tommy John, but wouldn't be surprised if something, because I don't see pitchers taking yourself out when you have a 5-run lead.
Okay, now Basabe, I mentioned he's a rookie with the Giants, is he not?
Yeah,
Lou?
He is.
He's got a cup of coffee with other tea. He's a career minor leaguer.
Yeah.
But again, guys are. I got Mike O throwing me into the bus. He's not a rookie, Glenn. He's played for. I know. I'm well aware of the back of the baseball card. Most people. The problem there is, Lou, nobody knew the front of the baseball card. Basabe, who, and you mentioned Hill and some of the other guys. Lou. I told Eric we're only a week away from September.
Yeah, and
let's get it over with, Lou.
I will. And everyone talks about the Giants' big win today. Well, they're 5-6. They're 6-15 in the month, the worst in the majors. Let me repeat that. Our month of August, we are 6-15, the worst in baseball, the worst. So, Mike, what? He got hurt. What do you expect him to do? No, dude, that's not what I said, Mike. what I said is, even though the Giants won today, it might be a game you look back on where maybe Harrison might have hurt himself. So the win doesn't mean anything. The health is more important, especially where you had 3 guys who went on the IL this morning. You had to call up 4 guys because as you guys know, the great rookie sensation unfortunately lost his dad, I believe. So he's at a funeral. So they had to bring up a 4th guy. And he got hurt. So now here's the thing. What are you going to do with starting pitching? We have no starting pitching. You saw Webb, everyone's ace, including Mike's, get destroyed the other night in Boston. So now you lose Whisenhunt. I don't know who they're probably going to put what's name back in the rotation, but the Giants have no starters. That's why this win is going to be more costly than a W in the standings. You might have lost Whisenhunt. And, right. I think it's horrible. Because, like I said, pitchers are going to not take themselves out when they have an opportunity up 5-0 for a win.
I'll tell you how tough it is. You know what? I can tell you how tough it is, Lou, being a major league ball player in an environment where you got a crappy team. You touched on Eldridge leaving the ball club. He only gets a 3-day bereavement leave. Death of his grandfather, Lou. He gets 3 days. And it comes on the heels of traveling back to the Bay.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was grandfather or father. I just knew. Sorry. I apologize for the mistake. Yeah.
Grandpa. But there you go, 3 days, Lou. You got a lot to do in the 3 days, and then, are you ready to come back and play? It's just, Lou, it's awkward because you lost a parent, and my parents are getting up there now, and, it's getting to that time of life, Lou. We got to deal with it. And he's just a young guy, too. So it's going to be hard on him the remainder of this season, I am sure. And I don't want to kick a guy when he's down, Lou, but I just said in passing the other day to Eric, I said, people are saying, oh, he's the rookie of the year. I'm like, my God, he's no all-star. He's good. He's very good. He's not a star, Lou. I haven't seen star-like numbers for him.
A random hero. How am I being harsh? I'm not being a jerk to Eldridge. I was trying to explain why they had to bring up a 4th player. If they only put 3 guys on the IL, they bought somebody up because of that. I wasn't a jerk. Random, I don't know who you are. But you know what? If I'm being such a jerk, we'll put the link out. Why don't you come on the thing and tell me why I'm a jerk? I didn't say anything wrong about Eldridge.
And I think he's being funny. I never know with Mike O. Bring Tugboat back. Tugboat. Everybody. I kind of alluded to it as, remember last year, Lou? You remember early last year, or I guess it was over a year ago when we heard, wait till Lamont Wade comes back. Wait till Wade Jr. comes back, buddy. The season's turning around. Things will be great. And that's all I heard about this Tugboat guy. And he didn't last long, did he, Lou? He gone. See ya.
Yeah. And he'll probably come back because now they need him. It's, the thing with the Giants, and it was funny. I saw an article today, and they said, is Tony V the one to blame for the Giants' catastrophe? And nobody, and I mean nobody, has blamed Buster. What is wrong with everybody? You guys, if you have a problem, blame Buster. He's been there 2 years. Stop being on the Buster juice. He has given us, and if you remember, I believe in our bullpen. Our bullpen's the worst in baseball. I believe in our pitching. He went cheap. Worst starting pitching in baseball. Then look at the people we have. He's the one that signed Adames, who everybody hates now, is the worst shortstop in baseball. He's our highest paid Giant. Half the people don't like Duvall. Devers. He's the one that made the trade. He's the one that made sure Kratman got a no-trade clause. And then you guys are all upset because you guys think, oh, he shouldn't have traded Arias. Arias wasn't going to sign back here. So he had to do whatever it took. I'm getting a little sick and tired of people not knowing the basics of baseball. Tony V was given a bad product and was given a promise from Buster. If I was Tony V, why would I come back? I'm going to be stuck with a shitty program. I can't win, and Buster lied to me. Buster, since he's gotten the position with no experience, has lied to everybody. He has lied as much as Larry Bear. They both deserve a lot of problems. They've
caused a lot of problems, Lou.
Caused problems. All they care about is making sure they get $3 million. That's all they care about. They don't care anything else about the fans.
Don't care about the product. Don't care about the product.
Liam's coming on Thursday.
Yep.
Nobody's even talking about the Giants game. All it is the Pokemon laser show or some whatever crap they're doing. They're doing it on Thursday because they probably weren't selling any tickets for that.
It's good to have Lou back.
It's just one of those things. It's gotten to the point now where, I think the Giants, what they should start doing is saying, okay, listen, there's a big situation happening with the Dodgers. Okay, their owner is in serious, serious trouble. And if you guys saw, and I don't think you guys commented on it, are you guys aware what happens if the owner sells the team? If the owner and Freeman are not with the Dodgers, Ohtani's contract is nulled. That means he will become a free agent. That's in his contract. Both of them have to be there. So you know what's going to happen? A superstar is going to be out of our division. If the Giants are smart, do whatever it takes to get someone like Ohtani. But if not, he's going to be gone. Okay? So say he goes to Toronto. I'm just throwing that out there. Are the Dodgers still the Dodgers without Ohtani? They got to start planning. I think they got to start realizing what is going on. And I've noticed nobody's talking about that. I even wrote Susan. I go, Susan, why are you not talking about this? She goes, oh, well, the facts aren't in yet. I go, Susan, you're an idiot. That's in his contract. You should know that. But I guess you're only a Giants homer, so you don't know what happens with other players. I wrote to Alex. I go, Alex, why are you not mentioning that if he has to sell the team, Ohtani's now a free agent? I mean, come on, dude. And he goes, oh, I just found out about this. I go, how in the hell can I know about it? And you're a writer for the Giants. It makes no sense.
True.
So.
Oh, well.
Your number one source for Giant sports talk and debate. Always has been, always will be. Giant Sports Talk Live.
Liam, I'm glad you like Pokemon because when you come to San Francisco, today, tomorrow, all the way through Friday, they have a Pokemon convention in San Francisco. So they're going to be all those idiots everywhere.
You got a drone show and all kinds of stuff. We're the number one source of sports talk, Giant sports talk, and a whole lot of entertainment. Lou, it's good to have Mr. Salty back. And you know what? Postgame. Where do you go? You never have a bad time when you go to Tommy's, baby. There you have it. Tommy's proud sponsor. I'm gonna get them a fresh look too. Gonna get another commercial produced for them.
There we go. For the last 32 games.
Yeah, I think they'll get something in time for the postseason. Some of my acquaintances, I see they've been hanging around the ballpark getting autographs. I gotta tell you something, Lou. And of course, we are the home of the collector. I mean, I don't know if you saw it the other day. I was showing cards and people were throwing names. And I'm like, boop, there's the card. We were going back to, I had cards of players' girlfriends. It was just nuts. They couldn't put anything by us here in the GSGL studio. But you never get a baseball signed in black Sharpie, Lou. It'll last about 2-3 years tops, and then it bleeds. It bleeds into the ball. You don't even know who's signed. So, hey, if you're hanging around Oracle Park or you're collecting autographs, never stay away from the Sharpie. Now, Sharpie looks great on a card. So there you got Boston Bruin goaltender Rajan Lemelin.
You got the blue one. That's what I use when I get autographs, the blue Sharpie. The black goes right through.
We had a nice blue on my favorite player of all time, Michael Ralph Schooler, right there. So anyway, never get a baseball sign in Sharpie. It's amateur hour. Just don't do it. All right, Lou, you took away one of my topics for tonight, and that was that L.A. Dodger situation with Wright. It's been said since he signed that. It's been said that he could walk. Now, it doesn't actually say the contract's null, Lou. It doesn't say it's null. That's it, kaput. Because remember, Shohei sometimes pushes the envelope a little bit. Do you recall when he signed with the Dodgers, he had said to the Dodgers ownership that I don't want this leaking. Nobody can know about it. Let's just keep it in-house. And then, of course, Dave Roberts, yep. And he told everybody, and he still signed there. So we'll have to wait and see how it plays out, Lou. But don't get your hopes up. He's not going to be a San Francisco Jet. Now, if I got to listen to that for the next year, Lou, that he's coming to the Giants, I'm going to go over the edge. I can't handle it, Lou. But we got to do something this offseason to try to make this club better. Eric and I talked about it. Chat talked about it. You're back, Lou, so you talk about it. What do they do to try to resurrect this franchise and what the damage that's been done by Buster?
I think they got so many holes. They got to take care of one thing. And I think it's either got to be starting pitching, where right now I don't think they have much, or the bullpen. You can't have two major holes. You know, you can't afford to take care of both because of your problems with the 3.5 big contracts. You can't. So, you're going to have to go light on the offense, and you got to take care of the pitching. And I think the other thing too is, one of the things another news that happened today that I know a lot of people have not heard of. Last time I looked, let me just take a look. The Miami Marlins, 67-65. Glenn, I don't know if you know because you're Valkyrie.
I know,
mom, but
did you see what my notes here? Another thing you're stealing from me.
Did you see
Why didn't I do any show prep today? Lou's got all of my storylines. Yeah,
the Miami Marlins fired all of their scouts and performance people.
All of them.
If you guys remember, all of them. Got rid of all of them. Some of the Giants would never do. What the Giants do is they should be on the phone right now because the Marlins always find talent and do whatever can to try to hire somebody. That's what the Giants should do because our farm system is the shits. Our people that tell us, oh, these guys are for sure things are horrible. Just look at the track record. We've been a disaster. But here's a team that's over 500 that actually has a lane and they're getting rid of everybody. What do? Let's bring in a former player who has no experience to run our farm system, our scouts, that. I mean, when I heard that today, it's something the Giants never do. That's the biggest problem with the Giants and their fans. You guys fall in love with someone from your past and you bring them in. You never bring anyone fresh. I know we bought a new manager in. That's different. But people, that run the farm system, because our farm system has been a disaster. Disaster. Since Webb became up here, forget Webb. Can you name one guy who has gone through the system that's been good? Ramos, on a scale of 1 to 10, was about a 5, 5.5. He wasn't even a complete player.
Don't bring up Luciano, please.
Luciano never made it. We haven't had anybody.
Nope.
It's just like our number one picks. Eldridge, he's probably about a 6.5. He's not a 10, and it's just one of those things. I can't believe Miami and the Giants, what they should do, like I said, it should be all over that. But instead, they'll go, you know what? We'll worry about that later. Well, they just got fired now. Don't you think other teams might be going after these people? The problem is the Giants are never first. They're never last. They just do when they feel it's a safe pick. And, Glenn, they got to stop being safe because them being safe, they're 25 games below.
And you know what? I want to respond because I have an opportunity to tonight because I did some homework. Senior games. He just made a comment to you. He goes, Lou, I don't want to misquote him, but he said they stink. You said the minor league system stinks. He says they don't. I got to find it. He posted it up there anyway.
Says they didn't fire all the scouts on MLB Network. They said they fired all the scouts.
That's what they said.
That's what they said. They fired the whole scouts department.
I only heard it on
That's
MLB Radio. I heard it radio network. But anyway,
now, wait a minute, Mike. We do not have We do not have one of the top farm systems. What are you talking about, Mike? Today you've been one way, completely way wrong. Okay, our farm system, high A and a little double is good. Our AAA is horrible. Okay, you think we're so good? These are the best we have, the guys that are up here. We have no pitching. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. And you know what? Last year, the San Jose Giants won the California, whatever that thing. It means nothing. It's all about the show. AAA does not mean anything. It doesn't mean anything because all the guys we bought up in the last 3 years from AAA, who have we bought up? Who are you a fan of? Tristan Beck? McKay? We don't have anybody. I mean, I don't understand it. Kyle Harrison, that you guys all thought was great, right? He's not even with us anymore. You know, all our guys, all our pitching staff that you guys think are good here, you only think they're good. Who cares about what their AAA record is? We're talking about guys that are good.
Lou, don't steal my thunder. Don't talk about the AAA record. If the minor league system, Lou, is so good, do you realize the River Cats play in a league with 10 teams and they have the 5th best record? They're middle of the pack. Just saying. If they were that good, why are they mid-pack? Just saying, Lou. They got 29 wins. That's 5th best in the entire league. Is what it is. I mean, people are going to have this opinion that they were so great, we're so good. Lou, we're 25 games under, and nobody's coming to the rescue. So I don't know. If we were so good, you think somebody would step up and be this dominant player? That'd be big. At least a surprise, Lou. There's no surprises here.
Before I left, all I was told is, God, we have a stud in AAA that we stole from the Boston Red Sox. How's that coming along from that trade? Their former number 1 prospect. How's that coming along? Pretty good, isn't it? Huh, Glenn?
Is what it is. You know what, Lou? I know you're back. You were anxious to get on the show, and everything was going great. And, you know, we're having a whole lot of fun. Ha, ha, ha. But it's night. So, and I did this a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if you remember the afternoon show we did, Lou. I'm going to give it another couple of minutes, but if the chat continues they're off the rails, Lou. Why do we bother even? I just want to get the hell out of here, as Eric would say, because, I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Lou, that they're the 5th out of 10 teams as far as record. The record is. Tell me, Lou, isn't baseball a game of numbers? It's a numbers game. So if you're the middle of the pack, how can you say we're this great minor league system team? I just don't get it, Lou. And of course, everybody's got an opinion. They don't come on the show and share it with us. And when they do, they come in. They don't want to show their face. I'm tired, Lou. I'm really tired. I'm falling apart over here with.
I think the problem is a lot of people.
Yes, are they buying into the? They're buying into the Larry Bear BS. Is what they're happening.
Mike, there's a big difference between having the number 4 in Baseball America. That includes rookie ball, high A. If you look at the rankings, the 3 best Giants aren't going to be in the majors. That's right, in the show for 4 years. So that means nothing to me. You're also talking about AAA. We're horrible. I don't understand it. Maybe we should have one night when the Giants are off, and we'll explain the difference between being ranked 4th or 5th of all of baseball in the pipeline. That's fine. But our top 2 prospects aren't due to the majors till 29-30. So we're going to be stuck with this team for 3 years, even horrible, even though we're so high up there. There's a big difference, guys.
I think it's a 5-year rebuild. It's a 5-year restructuring, Lou. And I'm tired of the people who, we're the 4th. I mean, they were shitting all over our minor league system. Now we're the 4th best, Lou. How many of those players, A, are going to make it, or B, are going to make it with the Giants? They'll be dealt before they're in the major leagues, Lou. I don't buy into. The only thing the Giants can do now is get lucky, get a couple of guys who, pop off, make the majors, become stars. Because Lou, a lot of people are talking that game. but I don't see the results. I don't see the product. And it is all these guys that, like you say, listen, I got the phone nearby all the time. Give me a call in 5 years and let me know how things are going with our minor league system, because that's when we'll pay dividends, Lou. What are we going to do the next 5 years?
We're going
to. Is that what we got to listen to? We're going to listen to 5 years of people saying, "Yeah, but it'll get better in 4 or 5 more years." Next
Same
year,
thing
it'll be
with
4 or 5
Eldridge.
more years.
They had a thing today. He's not even a top 10 rookie.
That's
in
right.
the league. You know that he's not even a top 10 rookie this year in the league. You guys all think he's great. He's like probably the 14th or 15th best rookie. And, you know, have you looked at his stats, by the way? He's just like an average Giant. He's like a belt. Nothing wrong with it, but you guys make him like he's a superstar. Giants have one guy on this team, if you look at, that might be a superstar, and then there's one guy that's a level below, and that's Devers, and then Lee, and then there's nobody else close. That's it. The rest are all minor leaguers, 4A players.
Lou, I don't even know how you can have a conversation with the team getting even at all in the conversation. The team will get better in. Lou, we're 25 games under 500.
Yeah, what does it mean get better? Will only be 10 games next year?
What does that
mean?
We'll
have 75 wins?
Lou, in 5 years, we'll be back to playing 500 baseball, okay? All right? Come on. It's crap. Okay, we got a super chat to deal with. They're happy to have Lou back. Yes, Justin, it's good to see him back. Good to see you back, Justin. Where were you Saturday and Sunday? You let Eric down. Eric just like pissed off, man. We'll see you Saturday. No sign of Justin. We don't know where he went, so he bailed on us. Good to have you in tonight, though, Justin. AC's hoping you get a little salty. Are you getting a little salty over there, Lou?
Well, when I see comments like Senior, Devers and Eldridge are basically the same player.
No, Devers is superior to Devers is superior statistically, Lou.
I'm just going by what Senior said. He said they are basically the same.
No, they're not.
I guess you haven't been watching Giant baseball for the whole year.
They're not even. All right. See again, Lou. See, this is why I just say let's just shut the show down. It's crazy. I was in the chat Saturday and Sunday, but no link. Oh, okay. Okay, Justin. Okay. What do you think of this? Is 500 the goal next year, Lou? Are we even capable of even getting back to 500 in 1 year? I don't think so.
So say we
end 20 in a row. And I'll give you an example before you start, Lou. Yeah. We have fallen to the depths of Colorado Rocky despair, Lou. I don't see the Rockies going, it was a bad year, and we're up fighting for a championship next year. No, or even fighting for 500. When you fall into this kind of a trap, Lou, it's like quicksand. You just don't get out overnight or in 1 year. This team is not going to be competing next year for 500. Lou, again, don't want to be blow my own horn. I called everything this year, Lou.
Yeah, you've been right on.
We had no bullpen. Lou, they laughed when I said 72 wins, and right now they'd be cheering and throwing a parade if we actually could win 72, don't you think? So I just think everybody's living in this fantasy land. It's Giants baseball fantasy land 2026, Lou.
Yeah, I think the problem too, and I'll bring it up. I think Bay Area fans, you guys are don't live in reality. Same thing, 49er fans. Oh, well, we had injuries last year. We could have won the division. No. This year, oh, God, now you have an owner that got caught with 2 prostitutes, an embarrassment. You have a team that's not good that you guys think are good. They're going to go to down under, get destroyed by the Rams. This team's not – the whole Bay Area is falling apart. You guys don't realize it. Same thing with the Warriors. You guys live in a dream world. You live in the past. Here's my question. They finished 25 games below 500. How in the hell are they going to make up 15 games of that 25 to be 500? They're not. There's no way. They need like 3 solid players. They're not going to spend the money. Plus, you got to remember, we have no bullpen going into next year, and we have no starting pitching. So you got to take care of one of the problems. I think 10 games below 500, they might be lucky. You know, like 75 and 86. You know, it's bad. You know, I mean, here's the other problem. You guys bring up the Padres. Giants are 5 and 16 this month. Do you know what the Padres record is? Complete opposite. They went for it. They don't give a shit about their minor league system. They don't care. Get rid of them because it's all about the show. Right now, I was down in San Diego. It's like playoff baseball down there. You can't get tickets. I had a friend of mine went Friday night. He said, my God, I went to Oracle. I thought that was fun. My God, I've never seen anything like it. People are partying. It's like Mardi Gras. Tonight, their game's tied 2-2.
Are you talking about San Diego again, Lou? You're talking San Diego?
It's unbelievable. They went for it. They go for it every year. And that's the difference between having someone who goes for it and someone like Buster who doesn't know what he's doing. You know, I saw earlier in the chat, Mike go, I don't think Buster lied. I just think he made bad decisions. He believed in this bullpen. He said this bullpen is going to be good. It's the worst in baseball.
They were just selling us a bill of goods. Bill of goods, Lou, telling us how good it's going to be. I talked to Eric about that over the weekend. I said, I'm tired of that. I've been relentless with that comment. They keep selling you the bill of goods, Lou. We're going to do this. I heard how good, the bullpen. We're really confident with this young group that we could. Come on. I knew they were going to suck. And Robert Rothberg, my old buddy, your old pal, Robert Rothberg in tonight, Lou. He says, didn't you both want to have younger players? That is, what are you talking about? That is not even an issue of conversation. Yes, I did want younger players. All I'm saying is, Robert, hear me. The team freaking stinks, and it won't be any better anytime soon. Doesn't matter if they're younger players. Of course I want younger players because they got to grow, got to develop, got to get better. Got to be a better team, Lou. And it's going to take 5 years to do so. I'm getting worked up with good to have you back, Lou. My God. These guys, see what they do to you, Lou? See what this crew does to you? They're a motley crew. If I ever seen one, Lou. Jeez.
You guys got to remember, and I know, Glenn, you were going to say this before I interrupted and ruined your thought. The Giants haven't been one game over 500 since 2015, guys. Okay?
Oh,
they've only had one winning record, and that was 2021, the second half of the season. That's pretty hard to do. It's going to be 11 years. So, Posey will not name Walker our closer next year. Thank God. I don't even want to see him. I don't even know why he's still even in the organization. That's the other problem with the Giants. And you guys, you fall in love with these players. It's okay to let them go to other teams. Arias is loving Philadelphia. Why would he ever want to come back to us? Yeah, bring
Wilmer back. There you go, baby.
Yeah, you got something. The Giants are in trouble, guys, and Buster put us in this mess. The Giants have been a disaster since Larry Bear got caught having the affair on opening day. They haven't been good. And the other thing too, they tried tricks, and it was trick-or-treated. They all got stumbled upon. Let's try Farhan because he was part of the Dodgers and the A's. Blew up in their face. Let's try a guy who worked in the Dodgers system as a manager. Blew up in their face. Let's get Buster because we have nobody else. Blew in their face. Let's get Tony V. Blew up. I mean, the Giants they're just doing whatever they can. The only thing the Giants have going for them is they got an all-star game in 2028 that they're going to run into the ground until it's done.
Bad time to get an all-star game. All right, Lou. So this ball club isn't going anywhere anytime soon. No. We had to harp on, and it wasn't just us here at GSTL. You guys in the chat, you know who I'm talking to, the whole lot of you. When this organization was being run by Farhan Zaidi, you know how you felt, Lou. This is just as bad or worse, Lou. I didn't see this kind of an alienation of talent under Farhan. Was at least moving players around and trying to get something, making trades. Buster has taken this team and decimated it, Lou. Decimated, took a big dump on it. It's terrible. It's bad. It's crap.
Farhan made the playoffs.
How do you compare this? Compare Farhan Zaidi to the job Buster Posey's doing. I say Buster is in the depths of despair compared to what we were under him. I just don't. It pisses me off. It really
Here's
does.
if our president of operations wasn't named Buster, he'd be fired.
That's true. That's true.
And I think what's worse is you guys are all going to say what a great player he is. He's a Hall of Famer, all this, especially this year when he goes in the Hall of Fame. I think it's a disgrace. I've told you this. If he had a sack, he would step down and say, I don't know how to do this job. I want to do what's best for the organization. Instead, he's going to do his usual garbage and play it safe, be cheap, and we're going to be the same team, hoping we can make it to somehow 2030. And that's a horrible way to run it. So worst thing you can do. Every other team is going for it. Even teams like Minnesota are going for it and have a better record than us. I mean, it's really embarrassing when you look. We have the second worst record. You know, you guys early in the season said, oh, we're not as bad as the Mets. The Mets are blowing us away now. You know, as I remember on, I think it was Thursday night when we had our boy in from Boston. What was it? June 17th, us and the Red Sox had identical records.
Yeah.
And now it's gone completely different. One team is excited. They're going to be in the playoffs. They have a huge series this weekend with the Yankees. They can't wait. The Giants, you know, I mean, the Giants right now, like I said, this team's going nowhere quickly. Thursday, they got Pokemon, whatever that thing up in the sky. Saturday, they have a day-night doubleheader, and they had to do giveaways because they can't sell tickets. So you got a giveaway in the morning with Lee at the 1 o'clock game, and then at night, they're doing the Jeff Kent ring. I mean, they got to keep coming up with bullshit because nobody else is going to go to see the product. So they're going for the giveaways. Sad.
Not going for the ball. Yep. Senior's back in here asking me a question, Lou. He says to me, Glenn, that's me. Do you think Posey has a plan? I got to ask you, Senior. Let me just rebuttal by asking you, Senior. Has he put someone in position to become a closer? Do you know who he's trying to, like, who is going to be? Who's there? What's going on with the closing? Do we even have a setup guy? Does Buster have someone lined up to be our setup guy? I haven't seen it. We're a team right now made up of AA players, so we are seeing the young guys, but I'm not seeing guys that we're going to be penciling in, Lou, for the next 5 years. I don't see a group that is growing. I think it's just, my God, find me somebody who can play. I mean, let's DFA this guy. He'll go to Seattle and we'll beg to get him back in 3 weeks. So I gotta tell you, Senior, I don't know what, if he has a plan, he's keeping the cards close to the vest because I don't see the plan. How about you, Lou? I don't see the plan.
The plan is we hope Casey can come back, and that might be 5 wins. So now we're 20 games below. I don't think Kratman at third coming back is going to make a difference. We don't have a second baseman, so we're not going to have Arias. So, you know, really there is no plan. What we're doing is playing it safe and saying, oh, well, you know, Kratman we missed out on. He would be worth. You guys got to realize that Kratman was horrible offensively. He's not even good defensively. That's the biggest problem is you guys keep thinking how good Kratman is at third, how good Adames is at short. Kratman still had 11 errors and hadn't played in 2 months. Adames, you guys know, can't hit. And he literally, I think, is the second worst shortstop defensively. So now you go to first base. Devers been pretty solid. I think Eldridge at first has been a good fill-in when those two do it. But we don't have a second baseman now. And then we go back to the biggest hole that Glenn talked about the offseason. We have one of the worst outfields in baseball. Mm-hmm. We got rid of Ramos, who was horrible, and we still have the worst outfield in baseball. When you look at our outfield, I'll give Lee credit. He's played a decent right. But none of these guys would even be getting any time on any other team in baseball. That's the problem.
Lou, I gotta contradict you. The last 2 weeks, Lee has been absolutely horrid out there. Balls over his head. He's diving and missing and balls to the wall. That was AC/DC. It was
balls to the wall. Crocus.
No, it wasn't.
No, Balls
I'm
to
going to
the
come up with
wall.
that. Balls to
I
the
know. I'm
wall.
thinking of the guy, the little guy.
Yeah. Anyway, that came off the top of my head. Got to play with big balls like AC/DC to catch them. I don't know what's going on, Lou. Lee has not been playing that well. That was
I
the
think
big
he's
move.
probably tired because it's his first full year.
Hello, we moved him to right field because we were going to shore up. He's not that good in center, so we're going to shore up center. Did we shore up center, Senior? Is there a plan?
With Bader?
Is there a plan? I mean, my God, it's 3:00 in the morning, Lou. And the fire trucks are rolling over body parts and Bader's.
First of all, the fire truck was parked when he hit it. Okay, let's remember that. What do you mean it's judged based on 1 year? Robert, who are you talking? We're only judging 1 year.
There you
go. Are you talking about Lee or Bader?
Fucked.
Yeah, except balls to the wall.
Balls
Good job.
to the wall, man. Glenn, is it fair to? Yeah, I tell you. Is it fair to judge a player based on 1 year?
The only person that's only 1 year is Bader.
Yeah, really, Lou. I mean,
Lee, this is second year. I can't help it if he gets injured.
Our catcher position, and if you want to bring in catching, just talk about Bailey. Bailey wasn't a 1 year wonder, was he?
No.
That was a mess for several years. They haven't recovered from Buster Posey retiring, Lou, behind the dish. They haven't recovered. When you lose a player of that status, I mean, they just.
The problem with the Giants,
they can't find anybody.
With the fourth pick, the Giants picked Joey Bart. That took him back 3 years. Whoever picked Joey Bart, that was another failure.
Yeah. Mike, he asks me, Lou, how many years do we give Posey? We don't. We give him 1 month. Give him another month, Lou. Get him the hell out of here.
Mike, he's only signed for 3 years. This is second year. What are you going to do if there's no baseball next year? Do you want to re-sign Buster after he's been a failure for the first two? I mean, it's, And by the way, Robert, I know you got on late. What do you mean we were referring to Eldridge? We weren't even talking about Eldridge earlier. Eldridge is average right now. You guys, Robert, average. You make him because you're the Giants' biggest homer, like he's a superstar. He's not a superstar.
Not a superstar.
He might be a superstar maybe in like 2030, but he's not even one of the top 10 rookies in baseball this year.
No.
You guys think he's number one because you're a Giant. You guys are the same idiots that keep thinking Webb's an ace when you know he's not.
Ooh.
You guys are too much homerism. You guys are upset at me because I'm the one that said 4 months ago Kruko should retire. He doesn't know what he's doing. Finally, he must have listened to the show and he realized he's not as good as he used to be. And like I said, I think Dwayne should retire at the same time.
Yeah.
Because I do not want to see the Kuiper show. Are you kidding me? Why would I want that? The Giants just fall into same picks and reality. They got to move on. Get rid of Fleming. Get rid of John. They need to blow up everything because this is not going well. They're not getting people out there. The Valkyries are averaging more people than them per capita.
Big win tonight. Beat the number one team in the league, Blue.
And you got to do this. The Giants got so many problems. Their problem is they won't fire Buster because Buster won't sit. Oh, we fired Buster. Larry Bears probably should be fired because the product he's given has been horrible. You guys keep thinking about how good it was. Are you guys even aware that besides 2016, we've only been in the playoffs once? Once in 10 years. You guys got to remember, there's a third wild card that they put in because of the Giants. And we haven't made the third wild card once. Come on, guys.
Lou, the question of the night, it appears, and we're going to respond to it. I'll get you to answer first. Just basically, I want to hear from Lou Marston a yes or a no. And they're asking us, do you want Buster gone at the end of the year, Lou?
I don't want him back. I don't think he's qualified to run the team.
I agree. So, I give him. They were saying, how many years do you give him? I give him a month. Get him the hell out of here. What has he done? I don't see anything he's done
besides signing Arias. Can you name one positive thing he's done in 2 years? Just give me one.
A lot of people are going to respond to that, Lou, by saying they got Devers. And look at his big number. Devers has the potential to be this, that. Devers has us playing about 20 games single-handedly under 500. And look at the contract. He came with an anchor. This is not a good move. So I don't understand
Since we signed him,
saying.
we are 34 games below 500.
Oh, boy. There you go. So there you go. And people talking about the farm system again tonight, Lou, like crazy. The farm system. Lou, the farm system, they're all wearing capes down there. They're gonna fly in next year to save the day, Lou. Talk to me. I'm shutting the phone down for 5 years, Lou. I'll turn it on, and I'm sure I'll get some messages saying, we're back. We're back, baby. I'll get the old line, Lou. 88 wins in 32. 88 wins. I don't know, Lou. And I've always said to Eric, the Giants don't just suck and then are going to have this resilient comeback, Lou. And everybody else is just going to sit idly by and say, well, let the Giants have their due. Everybody's going to be out trying to be better as well, Lou. That's why getting into a hole this deep is so tough to get out of, Lou.
And Glenn, I'll just say one more thing, and then we can end it. I see AC says, well, Eldridge only has 310 at-bats. Whose fault is it that Eldridge only has 310 at-bats this season? Who didn't want to bring up early?
There it is. Yeah, let's start him in the minors. If he was so good, Lou, if he was so goddamn good, why was he playing in Sacramento? You tell me, Lou. Tell me, Lou. I'm listening, Lou. I'm not hearing any answers, Lou.
Buster and Manai is the one that makes those decisions.
Yeah. Oh, he was so good, Lou. He was so good. Let's play him in Sacramento. Yeah, he's so good. Lou and I will be back tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, and we'll carry on this brouhaha of a conversation. Hopefully it gets a lot better. Giants win 5-0 tonight over the Cincinnati Reds. You guys are, Lou, these guys are crazy.
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.
Ready? Fire it! Here we go! Oh my God!
Lord have mercy.
Okay. She fell! Ha ha! Ruby, you all right? Get her up! Get her up!